The white zone is for immediate loading and unloading of passengers only.
Well, happy Monday once again, everyone, and happy President's Day. This is Bryan Devore with Devore Realty Group with another Monday Market Moment. And today, because it is President's Day, we are going to talk about Washington and Lincoln's homes. But first, of course, we'll talk about the stats. And some interesting stats this week. Right now, we have 2,576 homes for sale in all of the county. It's down 27 from last week. Median list price of those homes is $935, which is up from the week before. Average days on market, 57 days, one fewer day than it was last week. Pending sales, 2236, that's up 17 from last week, continuing the trend of lower supply, increased demand. Median list price of those homes, $799, it's an increase. Average days on market, 36, which is one fewer day than the week before. So we talked last week about, are we going to see a convergence of active listings versus the demand, pending sales? And is it going to flip like it was a couple of years ago when there were more homes in escrow than were even on the market? We're trending that way. That certainly looks like that's happening. Months of inventory is down. It's 1.73, well under 2 months of inventory. So we were already in a seller's market, never made it to a buyer's market, and we're trending back towards a strong, super strong seller's market. Here's the total actives and total pendings in our charts. We can see the blue lines continuing to go down, orange lines continuing to go up. Since last week, new actives, 584. It's an increase of a whopping 3 from the week before. Median list price of those homes, $870,000, which is an increase from the week before. New pendings, 415. That's down 7 from last week. So 7 fewer homes went into escrow last week than in the week before. Median list price is $839 of those homes. It's an increase. Average days on market, 30. So one more day of those homes that went into escrow last week versus the week before. New pendings listed within the last week, 31, and new pendings listed within the last 2 weeks, 188. So 45% of homes are still selling in 2 weeks or less. Since last week, we saw 339 closed sales. It's an increase of 38 from last week. Median list price of those homes, $777 to $290. It's an increase from the week before's numbers. Median sales price, $775, also an increase. Average days on market, 32, 3 fewer days from last week. So the homes that closed escrow last week, prices were up, market time was down. Least expensive sale last week was $105,000 in Mount Laguna. First time Mount Laguna has made it to this report. The most expensive sale was in Rancho Santa Fe, not the first time we've seen a home in Rancho Santa Fe, $8.5 million. And here's the chart showing the new actives, the new pendings, the new closed sales. You can still see about the same amount of gap between new listings and new pendings over the last few weeks as total inventory continues to decline. Total number of homes in escrow continues to go up as interest rates are still moderating. We had some news in the last couple of weeks about jobs and so forth. Rates went up a little bit, but it didn't seem to temper people's demand. Still lower demand than it was a year ago, but still stronger than we had expected. Here's the pricing chart. We can see we're still hovering around the same versus the last few weeks. And we're going to talk about median prices in just a minute relative to last year with our Market Watch report from HomeDex. We haven't reported on this in a little while, but here's the San Diego County overview for the month of January. And you can see, again, this report breaks the county down into quadrants, east, metro, north, and south. And you can see the median sales price in the East County is only down 2.3% over last year. Metro down 1.6, North County is actually up 0.6, and South County is down 3.7. So overall for the county, prices are down 1.3% over last year. Not as much as I think people expected. Days on market is higher, as we did expect, but still around a month or so, give or take a few days. And the number of closed sales is down because total demand has been down just because of rates going up. Breaking down each quadrant real quickly, you can see the market activity for East County. Number of homes for sale over the last few years. In January, from 742 all the way down to 426. So, homes, and then closed sales down from 428 to 257. So you can see inventory way down versus a couple years ago, closed sales down. Same for Metro. That's downtown and areas around there. About half of the number of homes for sale, a little more than half of the number of homes for sale, while closed sales is down about half. And then you have North County, not as big of a drop in inventory, but still a pretty big drop in number of closed sales. And then South County, not as much of a drop in number of homes for sale there, not as much of a drop in closed sales. And then the zip codes. I just picked out South County for the zip codes for this week. And if you're interested in your zip code, feel free to give me a call or send me an email. I'll be happy to send you the report. But for example, Bonita, the 1 year price change is down almost 22%. It's quite a big drop. But in National City, up 9.6%. And then San Ysidro way down. So lots of fluctuations. What this really tells us, folks, is that real estate is super local. It's based on zip code, based by neighborhood. So we can't just use a broad brush and say, all prices are this, up 3 or down 10, and therefore yours is. It's very specific to your particular area. All right. What is that home? Well, it's a mansion that is built on Mount Vernon. We'll talk about in just a moment. So George Washington, Mount Vernon, we all know that name. Washington originally bought the land, 1,800 acres in 1674 for 1,210 pounds. Now, of course, back then, there was no conversion from pounds to dollars because there were no dollars. But if we were to say it's a 1-to-1 ratio, just throwing that out there, that's roughly equivalent to $87,000 today. Not bad. Original house was built in 1734, and there is a mansion, and that's the mansion there, that was built on part of the land. It has 7 bedrooms, 13 baths, a fitness center, indoor pool and spa, and a game room with a bar. It sold last year for $48 million. Who was the buyer? Dan Snyder, owner of the Washington Commanders football team. Kind of a fun fact. Now, what home is that? Well, that's Lincoln's home in Illinois. So yeah, Abraham Lincoln, he originally bought this home in Illinois for $1,200 in 1844. Kind of funny that Washington's family bought their land for 1,200 pounds. Lincoln bought his home for $1,200. Well, conversion from 1844 to today is about $49,500. Lincoln enlarged the home and added the second story in 1856. And his son donated the home to the state of Illinois. So they're keeping it up, and it's basically a museum. Well, we all know about Lincoln and his log cabin, right? And Lincoln logs and the log cabin. Whatever happened to that? Well, only the foundation remains of the Lincoln log cabin in Indiana, but it is preserved, and so people can go visit the foundation where he built his log cabin. That's it for this week's Monday Market Moment. Be sure to scan that QR code to track your home's value. Hope you have a great day. If you're off, enjoy it with your family, friends, what have you. If you're at work, have a good day working, and look forward to seeing you next Monday, in the last Monday of February already, with the next Monday Market Moment. Have a great day.
You've been watching Monday Market Moment with Bryan Devore. Please subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update.